Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm going to play some Dookey Dash live for you guys. And in case you don't know, Dookey Dash is from Bored Apes. And the floor on these things, the cost to play this game right now is like literally $4,500. It literally costs $4,500 right now to play Dookey Dash from Bored Apes, if you know what that is. So here we go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the price right now. Here we go. This is the floor price of a pass, and this pass doesn't even get you like the best possible score. It literally gets you like the worst score, or not the worst score, but you get like no boost from it. Whereas if you have like the higher tiers, like tier 4, which is the highest tier, you get like a 30% boost on like what you're doing. So anyways, I'm going to fire this up and play a little bit. I've done pretty well so far. I'm just going to get the tweet out. Here we go. Get the tweet out. You always got to get the tweet. Yeah, I've done pretty well so far. I've been able to hit like 150K, but basically need to be able to hit like, I don't know, what is it? Like a 500,000 points or something like that to actually have a chance. So let's give this a shot. I have been playing. I have been practicing in anticipation of this moment. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now. Here we go. This is what kind of the start screen looks like. I have played maybe like, I want to say like I've played maybe 100 games so far. So, you know, and I feel like I've done good, but it's literally like have to learn how the little movements work in this thing. So you'll kind of see you'll see what I mean. So anyways, let me just get the socials going. And yeah, let's play a little bit. Can you play on mobile? No, you can't play on mobile. And Top Shot Hot Shot, you need like $5,000 to play this at the base minimum, which I guess makes it the most expensive game ever played. So anyways, you guys can probably hear the music, and you're gonna hear the music is like totally berserk. So let's get this going. And thank you to my friend. I don't know if they want to say anonymous, but they have used me as their proxy to play the game. So this is not, I actually don't own this ape that you see here. I don't have a you know, $250,000 monkey photo, but somebody who does has let me use theirs to go and play. So, and yes, as you know, you start in a butthole because that's the whole storyline, is that the key is in a monkey's butthole and you have to get to the end of the sewer to get it. So, are you going to hear the music? It's super intense. See my high score there in the top left. You use the boost to get through like the walls, and you basically want to collect as many of these little power-ups, or I guess they're just points. You just get points from that. They don't power you up in any way, but basically every time you have to get through one of these things, you hit the boost, and you basically avoid smashing into anything, and then the game is literally to just get as far as you can. Naturally, like any kind of temple run game, it gets faster the more you go, so it gets harder the further you get. And I don't have the best mouse. I just have like an Apple Bluetooth mouse, so I think I need like a gaming mouse, because this one just isn't, it's not quite sensitive enough, and sometimes I click and it doesn't work, or I kind of move and it doesn't really like move on time. So anyways, see, there you go. That's kind of like, it's just so sensitive, you know. If you're not locked in, then it's really a lot more challenging. So anyways, that was a pretty low score compared to my all-time high. You can see my best score is 143,000. There's only like 30. So let's try it. Let's I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit. Take a little break from work right now. So this is mainly what I did, breaks from work, like the last quarter. But that's fine. In case you're wondering, anybody joining, this is not my pass. I'm using somebody else's pass to play. And if you guys have any tips, I'm very open to any tips that you have on how to play this game. Because my top score 143, but I feel like you can do a lot better. I know some of the top scores are like 500,000. I've heard that some people are like selling their own, not scores, but like offering their services, which I feel like was kind of intentional, maybe, to like let other people play. Obviously trying to get I think that this game was kind of designed to get like the attention of the gamer community, as like, hey, listen, this is an expensive game to play. The payout, I don't know if they've announced what the payout is for the top 500 spots, but it's probably a lot as well, or something really fancy, and really probably, you know, get the gamer crowd thinking like, hey, Bored Apes are for real. This is something you want to play. They've designed like kind of like really simple but super fun, well-polished game. And if you're a good gamer, you're good at temple runs, you should come play, right? I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to do with this, and also create, you know, something super fun and super slick for the community. So And in case you think I'm just like naturally super good at this, I'm not. I literally played this for so many hours already just to be at this like super smooth. Freaking man, it gets hard because you have to boost to get through those walls, but then you boost and you don't see what's on the other side of the wall, and then you're going super fast. So it's like you have way less time to dodge. Sometimes I just kind of avoid them. Just try and avoid them. Yeah. The extra points, like the little items, are good. Some are worth a lot more than others. The yellow ones, play a little sound when you get them. They're worth a ton of points. They only come along every once in a while when you actually get them. There we go. Okay, we're doing this. We're getting. This is always when you play these kind of games, you're like, you have good runs that you consider like this is, if I hit a certain amount of points, a certain amount of time, that's a good run versus like other ones. You're like, yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away. I don't want to buy power-ups. Forget it. I don't want to. I just see you're saying buy power-ups. I don't want to buy power-ups, man. I don't want to cheat. I just want to do it. I just want to do it au natural, let's say. Like just play it the way that I want to play. Maybe I should buy some power-ups. Right? You're right, Chicken. I should buy some power-ups. What do you pay? Like 2 8 coins? 8 coins like at almost $6 right now. Just pay 2 8 coins to get a power-up, I guess. So 12 bucks to get a power up, which I'm actually not sure what they do. So maybe we'll go do that together. We'll do that today, and I'll go get some ape coin and buy myself a little power up for all this and do a little bit better. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, welcome to me streaming myself playing video games, which I don't think I've ever done, ever. Even though it's one of the most popular forms of content on the internet is to stream yourself playing video games. So. I need to keep talking. I actually find that talking or doing something else that kind of occupies my brain actually makes it easier, because this is such like beating this game is so based on instinct, and I find that it's like if I overthink the decisions too much, that's when I crash. Whereas when I've been distracted, like on a call and playing this, is actually when I've had higher scores, when it doesn't matter as much while it's a close call. See, sometimes you commit to certain moves and then you don't really know if it's going to work out. So like when there's like the free items, so you have like kind of like a long stretch of obstacles and a bunch of free items for you. It's always kind of nice. So let's see where we go. All right, I'm going to run here. I think you get points for smashing through the things, so because you kind of want to smash through as many of them as you can, so long as the coast is clear on the other side. So you just want to be able to see on the other side how it's going. Whoa. See that one? That's kind of a blind. That was kind of a blind shot, right? Like you don't know what's actually going to be there on the other side. So you kind of have to take a look. So it's kind of like driving, but learning to drive at an increasingly faster speed. So anybody can drive 30 miles an hour, but what if the speed consistently got faster? How many would make it to 200 miles an hour? That's pretty much what this game is, except you don't die or anything. You're when the guy dies. I don't know what happens. They haven't said like. See, it feels good when you get a couple dodgers. It feels good. I actually asked. I have a buddy who used to race drones, and I asked him recently. I was like, "Hey man, I've been playing the game." I was like, "I know somebody who's really good at this because this is kind of like drone racing, in terms of like quick reaction, gotta dodge around things." So he said he'd look into it for me. So maybe we can get a ringer in here. Fuck! I even knew it. I even knew it before it happened. I even knew it was gonna happen. Low key killing it. Shiggins, you think this is good? Dude, let's look at the actual like top scores. So our rank right now is just under 4,000. There's a maximum of like 30,000 that can actually play this. So I guess it's okay, but hold on. How do I just see? How do you see the leaderboard? Yeah, so then you go all the way to the top, and like look, the top scores are like 478, 500. 579. Who even is this? Who's this person? God, absolute animals. Who are these people that hung out to their apes and didn't sell them? That's what I want to know. Who like held it? There was a point where like apes and JP were like 500. So it's like, who held on to that's wild. That's somebody who either is already doing well in life, or they're just kind of nuts, which is being an NFTs is kind of being like a bit of a crazy person. So you like the run I had before I died? Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Anybody who came to support, I appreciate it. I need to keep talking. Like I said, it's a lot easier if you just kind of talk through it. See if I can set myself a high score while we're streaming. I only have so much time to stream. I'm just kind of taking a little break from work, but see if we get something going. It'd be nice to take a high score. I think the high score in First Mint is from Milbury, and it's like 167 or something like that. So I'd love to at least be the champion within like our ranks at First Mint. We have until like February 8th to play this, so we still have a couple more weeks. So I feel like those high scores at the top leaderboard are going to get way, way, way higher. And obviously there's a lot of speculation around what these passes are going to be good for, what you're going to do with them, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to have price and the speculation. Who knows? Maybe the game will change halfway through or something like that. Or if you have above a certain score, you get something extra or whatever. You do have to play with your pass to like validate it, and that brings you to the next phase of the Ponzi. I don't mean that towards it. I just mean the game you play. You're just gonna keep doing what they say to do with your NFT, right? So that's kind of what happens next. Any other tips? Any other tips appreciated? I am having it. I am hitting consistently some scores, man. I don't know why. Sometimes I take the most dangerous path possible. I like to live dangerously. This is like good rave music. See, I got distracted dancing around like an idiot. Go LG, go! Thank you, Ali A. Ali, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Not a good score. I mean, it's a good score. I'm still happy. Like anything past like 40, 50K is like good, get to a certain speed. The other thing too is you can only I want to try and train at the higher speeds. So it's not just trying to get the high score every time. It's also like I just want to get past a certain threshold because I want to get good. That's the thing. It's like, okay, I'm good at the start part. It's slow. So how do you, I want to train at that higher level because it's the only way to kind of improve, right? It's kind of like a Dragon Ball Z when he trains with weights on. It's a very obscure reference. He's on his way to fight Frieza on the planet. Anyways, it makes him way stronger, right? So that's kind of what you need. I need the speed here to train, but then sometimes it's hard to kind of like stick it out just to get to the faster part. So here we go. Whoop, almost got that second one. You should check the chart for how much these are each worth, because every color is worth a different amount, and it's quite a lot of points. Like the yellow ones are worth like tons of money, so they're definitely like worth going out of your way to do. Other good tips for this game: staying low to the bottom is a really good tip in Milbury, which gives you like a really nice view of what's coming up, which is what you want. You want to be able to see what's coming up, but obviously sometimes you have to go to elsewhere. I've been trying to practice like just maneuvering, so sometimes over maneuvering, even though I don't need to, is helpful because honestly, as it gets harder, it gets faster, like you're just going to need to be really quick and fast. So I've been trying to practice that as well. And then probably the thing that messed me up early the most is the really big objects, because then you'll see that there's like cars and stuff like that and shopping carts and phone booths. When you hit those, they knock you off, like they knock you off your path, which then sometimes sends you into an obstacle. So I've learned, I've trained myself to really avoid those as though they are death obstacles, because my game ended so many times by smashing into those and then getting thrown into like a pipe or the fan or something like that. So, which is good. The more training you can do for different obstacles, the better, right? Whoa. There we go. I don't know who you guys are that are watching this, but I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you guys also have a sewer pass that you can play with. After this, I think we should go look at... Oh, man, I can't believe it's right on that. I thought I hit it. After this, we'll go look at Brycent, a really popular streamer. Sometimes. He played this, and man, he was at like score like 200 something, and I just thought that was so impressive that he was able to do that. He was using a gamer mouse, he told me, which I don't have. I just have the Apple mouse, so maybe that helps. But man, that is so fast. He was going so fast, and I can't imagine going double that fast too, because that's basically the people at 500 go double, probably even more than double. It's probably exponential, right? So I don't understand how people have reflexes like that, or what? I pressed the button and it didn't work. See, that's the problem with the Apple mouse. It just doesn't function well enough. All right, 103. That's good. Any score where you can crack 6 digits, I think is good. Let me pull up. Second, let me pull up. Let's go take a quick look at Bryson. Because he had a really good. Here we go. Let's go look at Mr. Bryson here. So Bryson was playing. Well, he plays a lot of different games, but he was playing just last night. Here we go. See, I thought this was insane how fast he was going. Like, that is way faster than I think I was playing at. And yeah, his score was 270. Actually, no, this is pretty much the highest I've gone, like 143-ish. So this speed that he's doing is pretty much as fast as I've gone. But as you can see, it gets so much faster. Let's just skip ahead. See, look at how fast it is towards the end, man. That is so just totally berserk. It looks like it's on fast forward. So, guy's wild. Let's see what eventually gets him. He did 279. Let's see. Oh, hits the pipe. Let's see what causes that. Oh, just right in the middle of the screen, too. That's so. You can see the frustration in his face. He beat his old score by over 100K. That's nice. All right, it's enough of that. Let's get back. Let's get back to the game. Let's get back to actually playing this for real. It's a nice little mind break. All right, get up there. Here we go. All right, turn up that music. It'll bob your head. Somebody who's at a rave that's too intense is basically what this music is. I'm going to lean in a little bit, so if I'm like my face is too close to the screen, I'm sorry. I just find it actually kind of helps like put your face kind of in the game. There we go. There we go. See, that's what you want. You want those big yellow ones. That is key. Hope you guys like that I named this video. I made like the most clickbaity thumbnail, most expensive game ever, which I don't even know if that's true, but it's just a hilarious thing to throw out there. Maybe the YouTube algorithm will bless us with some views and some hits from that. Whoa, I saw that pipe in advance, so that's pretty good. Oh, Carlini, what's up, man? What's up, buddy? I see you in there. I don't know if you're still here, but I see you. Just saw your comments. I will reply to the comments in just a second once I'm done this run, which hopefully will not be just a second. Hopefully it's a lot longer than that. But yeah, we're only at 30,000 here in the run, so we can do a little bit more than this. Double blast. Yeah. Feels good. Whoa. Fucking pathetic. Gold is 2,000 and blue is 1,000. Thank you, Blaze. Bryson, great streamer, Ronin Chill. Yeah, it's true. He did have a tweet about like the Ronin chain the other day, and I was like, no, this is very off topic for you. That's true. Come on. Yeah. Carlini enjoyed seeing me smash. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So the legendaries are 2,000 each, and then the epics are 1,500, and then the small ones are the common's only 300. So I don't know if we need too much of that. Purple did look like 1,500, so let's give this a shot. Man, the music is insane. I played it on silent though earlier, and it wasn't the same, so keep it going. I actually find the music is kind of an indicator how far you've gone, because it does change a little bit. Like the song changes, I guess you could say, as the game goes on, so it is pretty fun. All right, guys, come on. I think we should have our own little competition for this, honestly. Like, just something that's only for people that like are in our little community, you know. Just to have it like, because I don't think anybody we know, if somebody we know is able to hit like 600,000 or whatever, like, that's amazing stuff. See, that's what I mean about hitting the big objects. Stupid. Here for the pain. Carlini just wants to see me. Carlini, you want to make a bargain or a bet, like how many times I can crash? And, like, just under 2 minutes or something. The crashes are painful. Like it's the kind of thing, like there is no crash that you're like, yep, that's a good like normal crash. Like they all suck. They're all avoidable. And that's what makes this game so addicting, is that you're every single time, it's like gambling. Every single time you're like, I will do better next time, because what happened to me that last time wasn't fair. Like I hit that shopping cart, and usually I won't hit the shopping cart. So that's what's kind of tricky about this game, and also what I think they do a fantastic job with is like you just want to keep playing. So you play it like you're like, I need another shot at this game. You know, so you're gonna want to just keep going. See, that's what I mean. Don't hit the big objects. It gets super hard. Quad, I see you lurking. I know you also sold your pass like I did, so you're getting a little taste of the game here. Maybe that's something you want to consider. Maybe we could split a pass or something like that, just out of pure FOMO, so we can keep playing, and or maybe just organize a few people in first mint to just buy back in or something. Because I feel stupider every day for selling this, and there's all this speculation now, and you know, we're clearly going to be on a little mini run for NFTs for a while here. So I think it, you know, might be getting back in there. It's just, the price has just gone so far away. I just don't know if I can stomach the 3 ETH by myself, but I can't see it dipping under 2 or anything like that anytime soon. So we could pool our profits from selling the passes too early into just one pass. You know, or maybe we can get one that's a little higher tier, maybe to up our chances or something later. Oh, shit, sorry. See, I should have broken it. It's fine. Anyways, maybe we can talk about that later in first minute. You know, have a little collab. Fuck. Flappy Bird vibes. I don't even know what Flappy Birds is, man. Flappy Bird vibes. That's cool. Okay. Let's do it. How do you warm up for something like this? How do you be like, all right, let's fucking do it? You know, how do you do that? You know, like gotta stretch out, stretch your eyeballs, stretch your fingers. My hands are actually kind of cold, so they should be warm. Probably stretch my fingers a little bit, warm them up. Turn on the heat in here. It's cold. Cold right now in the Pacific Northwest. Not very pleasant. Well, not raining today, so it's always a plus. Boom! Here we go. Carly, did you enjoy that last crash? How do I not know Flappy Birds? Listen, bro, I haven't gamed in like a million years, man. Like the last game I played obsessively was like Perfect Dark or something like that. So excuse me. Although as you guys may listen to the shows, I do have a PS3 now that was free, and I played The Last of Us just in time for the show to come out. And right now I'm playing GTA 4. But honestly, it's not as exciting as this. I stopped playing when I started playing this because I was like, man, it was only a couple weeks to play this game. And like everybody else playing this game, part of me thinks that I could be in the top 500, which is like impossible because I'm not even close to that. I don't even know how to train for that, but it's kind of like the gambler's fallacy. You're like, next time I'll win big. And part of me just thinks that I'll be able to train my reflexes, and my mouse, my shitty Apple mouse, will suddenly upgrade to a much stronger, more receptive mouse, and that, you know, I'll be up there with the big boys in no time, and everyone's gonna be like, who's that person at the top? Go, oh gee, oh shit, he's good at gaming. Not gonna fucking happen, but you never know. So that's kind of like why you keep playing this, because you're like, maybe this will be the run, maybe this will be it, maybe there's one where I go for like 10 minutes and I'm just incredible. That's what you say. Just way through. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Fucking decapitated. Pathetic. Get a new mouse and then return it. Oh, Hardy, what's up, man? Dude, what's up? Long time no talk. Oh, man. See, this is a terrible score. 60,000? Come on. Come on, LG. Yeah, see, I can't. It's like when I see the mouse in the thing, it kind of sucks. Did you like that, Carlini? I don't know if Carlini's still here, but I hope you enjoyed that early crash. So I clicked on something else on my screen and then it just can't get the cursor off. All right, a couple more runs. There's much time. I got to do other things. Prepare. I'm actually want to write a little video about NBA All World, which I've been playing also obsessively for a couple weeks. Super fun. So I'm gonna do a little newsletter video about that. You know, talk about NBA Metaverse, Pokemon Go for the NBA. Share my referral code. Maybe we'll do something. Get somebody from them on the show or something like that. Yeah, enjoy. I think there's a lot of cool stuff coming out of gaming right now. Blockchain stuff, NBA All World. I don't know what's new in like AAA gaming, but I'm sure there's some cool new shit that people are anticipating. What are some anticipated games this year? I haven't followed the gaming scene at all. Maybe we get Bryce sent on and chat with him about what he's excited for in the gaming scene. Do you guys consider this play to earn? Like you don't earn anything just for playing, but the top people are going to win something. which I guess is kind of pretty. I guess like a lot of like any kind of esports is technically play to earn. It's just not overseas. You make it up to be in crypto. Like play to earn, just sit around and play video games and earn some money, which is like basically just doing a job. It's video games. Okay, big fucking smash. I thought these daytime streams were for antiquing in the Subaru. When chair? The chair is here. The chair is literally right here. Top Shot Tesla. It's just to my right. I haven't used it in a while. A friend came over and sat in it and he broke it. And it's not because he's he literally just like leaned back into it like a little too hard and it kind of snapped. So I haven't used it in a while, and honestly, it's not the best chair. So it's not the chair. I'm actually thinking about getting like a really nice, cool couch for the back of this space. Just have something in the back there. That'd be kind of like just somewhere to sit and kind of like lay down in between meetings and just chill out. Add a bit of depth to like the back of the room here because it's kind of ugly. You just kind of see this big open kind of thing. So maybe add a little bit of art or something redoing. The thing is, I don't own this house. I just like rent here. So it's like, how long am I gonna live here? If the housing market crashes in Canada, like I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna try to buy something, right? You gotta get in. You gotta buy the dip. So I don't know. It's hard to invest in your like studio stream space when you might not be there in like 6 to 8 months. But I don't know. I've got some cool stuff now. Maybe I could put up on the walls. Maybe Quad could advise me on some cool art to order in and decorate the walls with some good stuff. So here we go. I wish you could pick your music. Do you guys remember in Tetris you could pick different music? That was hilarious. I wish we had that option to do something like that. Pick different music. Nope. See, I saw that from like a freaking distance that was coming. So yeah, I wish we had the option to pick music. That'd be really good. To be able to just like pick different music. Like, because Tetris had like the 4 different types of Russian that you could choose. Yeah, some of them were like way more intense than others. So a little bit of fun. Also, we're opening Top Shot packs last night, privately in Discord in First Mint, and there was like new music, like sexy Drake music, which is good. I guess there's new music finally. I don't know whatever happened to those like rap songs. Like those were awesome when they had those. So. Anyways, you know me. Tokenize everything. That's how I do. So the thing is, too, is that, like, even though sometimes you're like, okay, I'm only playing one more time, and then you play, and then you crash, you're like, but I could probably do better on the next one, and then you just keep playing. Basically what it is. I feel like I got to get a decent score for the squad here, for everybody who actually tuned in to watch this. Not a couple of you, but still, I feel like a bit of performance anxiety right now. Like I got to do super well while you guys are watching and while you're here. So at least beat my own score, not beat the First Mint score. If not like crash 200 but come on, that's like, what am I supposed to do? Just hit the freaking stupid Christmas tree? Oh, Hugo, you're here. What's up, Hugo? Hugo, let me know if you want to come in the studio and hang out because we're using your ape. Sorry to reveal that. You want to come in? You want to come in here? You want to come on stream, Hugo? Just sending you a DM. You want to? You can be anon too. Like you don't have to show your face. You can just be speaking. You can just comment while I play and cheer me on if you want. I'll send you the link. If you feel like it, let me know. If you just want to comment. Quad, I don't know if Quad's still here, but you let me know, Quad, if you want to come chill. I think you have the login still, so should be pretty easy for you. All good. He said no. Okay, Hugo said no. So, all right, Hugo, I'll show you how I've been doing it. So, Hugo, the main thing I've been practicing. So, we had some tips and tricks, basically like staying low. Like you want to be able to see as much of the screen as possible. I also try and go for as many of the point boosts as I can. Like literally just try and do that, but never stay in the middle. If you're in the middle here, you can't see anything. So I always try and stay low. Dash on items early to get lots of points, or dash on like, oh, you mean on like walls and stuff like that, probably. Anyway, these yellow ones are worth the most. You want to get those. And then the other thing I do is I always just try and stick to the sides. Like even if I'm not able to be in the bottom, I just try and be on the side. Just you always want to be able to see as much of the screen as possible, or as much of the tube. And the other thing I've been practicing, honestly, Hugo, is maneuvering like crazy, like trying to do some really crazy moves so that I have them kind of built into my reflexes when it gets a lot faster, right? So just trying to do like some really like crazy stuff. Also trying to push the limits. Like sometimes there's little cracks. You're like, can I actually get through there? And just been trying to learn like what those limits are. So I love the wheelchairs. It's so random. There we go. Oh, that's that one. And then yeah, pushing through a lot of this stuff. Oh yeah, what a street fight. See, yeah, just trying to push the limits on getting around. And the other thing, Hugo, I'm just trying to get to a fast level every time, which I know is what you're trying to do every time, but it's like you need to practice at the fast speed. So it's like you really want to get there and then practice like probably around here. Once you're past like 50K is when it starts to get like decently fast. And that is when that's like, you know, practice zones, or something that's kind of coasting. And then you always, especially when you're going to boost, you got to look at like what's coming ahead, which is not always easy to see. But you always got to look on like the other side. Like right before you press the boost button, you already got to be thinking about looking at the other side of what might be coming after you break through the wood. Because if you're not looking at that, you're going to hit a fan or a pipe or something like that. And then avoid the big objects. The phone boost, the shopping carts. I saw that. Avoid the phone boost and the shopping carts and all that kind of stuff because they just like launch you all over the place. So, anyways, that was a terrible run. But Hugo, we're doing well. 143. Get better. We were watching. We were looking at Bryson's stream earlier. He did pretty well. He did 279 last night, so that's pretty decent. There we go. So Hugo, you're saying to bust through stuff early, like break through like the wood, or just burst when you get the power ups. Not power ups, but you know. I'm trying to practice like crossing the thing really quick, or like moving while you boost. Hate the fan. Right after the wood, yeah. Well, probably the hardest thing is when you have to break through wood, and then there's a fan and wood, or there's a grate and wood, because then you have to like traverse the screen to the other side. So it's probably super annoying to hear me sing over top of it. But it's hard even playing this for half an hour straight and just staring at the screen. The other thing too is don't play this right before bed, because then it's like literally just going to be stuck in your mind. Like the motion of it is all you're going to be able to think about. Love the music though. It's super fun. Ow! Oh wow, nice. Can't believe I got around that one. Oh shit! You got to build that confidence too. Just try and get over those. Ah! Oh, it's ridiculous. It's super hard. What's on the side? Nope, not going through that one. No, thank you, sir. Power up 2,003 points. That's always nice. Nice little boost. Shit, missed that one. That was a good one. Yellow one. Toilet. Don't hit the toilet. Why is there a toilet in the toilet? It doesn't make any sense. There we go. The other thing I'll say as well, Hugo, is that I think it pays to be aggressive. I think it's like you can't be too avoidant in this. I think it's like you got to go for stuff, because that'll train your reflexes as well, is to like push through. I find one of the biggest things is when you go through, push through wood that's in the middle of the screen, you have to like quickly like change to like the side right after you get through it, because otherwise you're just in the middle of the screen, you can't see anything, and then that loses that like little half second delay that you had, where you can see what's on the other side. But even any side is good. It doesn't have to be on the bottom. It can just be on like the top or left or right or anything like that. Just on the edge, I guess, not the side, on the edge. It's gonna give me some hard stuff really soon. No. Fuck. Knew that was coming. Oh, 109. Hugo, not bad. 109. That was a good run. All right, let's do Let's do one more good one. It's so hard to get. But we can keep trying. Like, the thing is that later, as it got faster, I'm gonna be honest, like, I was kind of more comfortable. Whereas this is kind of like you're kind of just chilling right now, like what's going on. You know, you're just kind of waiting for it to speed up. So I will say that, you know, later, like once you get to 80K, like the speed is actually kind of nice. I don't know if you guys ever played Episode 1 Racer on N64, but that was also like it wasn't a temple run game, it was a racing game like Mario Kart, but it was fast. Like you were, I don't know why, it's like pod racers go 200 miles an hour, 500 miles an hour. Anakin and not Boba Fett. What's the other guy's name? Sebulba. Remember Sebulba? I do. It's a blast from the late 90s. Sebulba. And then the guy who ran the pod racer shop that Anakin worked at. Crazy, crazy man. Wacky ideas that didn't work. People thought were stupid. Let's introduce as many CG characters in one movie as possible. I'm sure that'll hold up over time. Practical effects, hold up. CG characters from 1999. Surprising, they don't hold up? Oh, that's weird. Just as microprocessors are evolving? How strange. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Come on, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Come on. Make it faster. The fans are the worst. The fans are easily the worst obstacle. They're moving. The grates, the wood, whatever. The fans. Ugh. Yeah, that's right. I smashed through that wood on purpose. I hate that wood. Christmas trees. The Christmas trees make me think that they wanted to release this like even earlier this year. Or maybe it's supposed to be a joke on the new year that people just threw out their Christmas trees. But it's like that joke is actually kind of late. So there's part of me that made me feel like they wanted this to come out at the holidays and people would like play it with their families. I mean, maybe they waited, maybe it wasn't ready. Oh, that was so stupid. Yeah, the pod racer game. Let's look it up. Hold on. Let's go to let's take a quick look at the pod racer game. Episode 1. Here we go. Let's take a look at the pod racer game on N64. I had it. I thought it was so friggin' good, man. I was obsessed with that. Okay, I guess this is it. It's going to give me an ad. It's warning you right now, yeah. Yogurt? I never eat yogurt. There you go. You guys can watch the ad with me. Play after ads? God, it was embarrassing to sit and watch ads with people. But I guess now we're advertising for Yogo. Why are you sending me like a girl? Okay, this makes more sense. Seems like a really serious killer movie or something like that. So I'm just trying to watch Episode 1 Racer, okay? Oh, I should really get the YouTube Premium or TV or whatever to... Man, Bautista can't act for shit. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Episode 1 Racer. It was way harder than this. There we go. There we go. Especially when you got like in the cities and stuff. Yeah, here we go. It's so hard. You're going 500 miles an hour. And if you crashed, you like exploded. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I played this for hours back in the day. It was so hard. That and Extreme G. If you slowed down, everybody just passed you. And then you could get the boost. But then if you use the boost for too long, your engines would catch fire. All right, that's enough of that. Back to the fun part. Back to the game. All right. Maybe do 1 or 2 more runs, and then that's it. Because I got other things to do. I can't just play this all day. I'm freaking hungry, man. I need some lunch. 1:30. Okay. Let's do it. Yes. Here we go. It's going to be a good run. Hugo, I don't know if you're still here, but it's going to be a good run. I'm going to make you proud. Top Shot Tesla, you're still here. Appreciate you being here. Anybody else is still here watching this whole time, cheering me on. Good run. We're already at 6,000. That's nice. It's always kind of weird when it's like a little bit slow to start. You're like, no, give me more stuff. Give me more wood and like. How did I make it through? That's hilarious. All right, I'm just smashing through as much stuff as I can right now. So, on the advice of the crowd. Here we go. It's a nice boost. Oh yeah, 2 double. Smash. Sound effects are great. Great job, 4/8. Good job, Yuga. Remember how many times people tried to cancel Yuga? Many, many times. Fought back pretty good against it. Unlike the amount of times that people have faded Yuga, which is something I've done many times and been wrong almost every time, except for the time they made us pay like $20,000 to mint their lands, and the lands weren't worth later. But it's okay. Not worth anything, worth way less. But that wasn't really their fault, right? That was Luna's fault. That was the market collapsing, right? That wasn't them. It wasn't them that made us burn $100 million in gas for their land, and now the land is worth half of what these passes are worth. It's false stuff. They should start their own chain. Okay, I pressed the button like 6 times. I guess my boost ran out there. Phil has not played this game. So many regrets eating a TFMB. Jump shoot. I've got a few extras when I see. I'll bring him. Chat GPT. I don't know. I've been trying to find things to use chat for. I used OpenAI. I used Dolly a couple times for some images for like newsletter and stuff like that, or a podcast. But I don't know. I'd honestly love to just be making content with chat GPT. I just haven't really tried it, but. Most of the stuff, most of the stuff we talk about, like, there's not enough really information for chat GPT to like pick up on, right? Because just scouring the internet, like, if you're writing beginner content about NFTs, then yes, that's not really what I'm doing. But I'd love to use it. Like, if I still worked in an ad agency and had to write like super generic website articles sometimes, like, God, that's the only thing I would use. I would never use anything but that. I would just change a couple words and then submit that to the client. The actual holding the Hugo's giving me tips while I'm playing. Holding it down is bad for it, or holding it down is good for it. Hugo, you could explain this to me if you came on the stream to tell me. It'd just be on voice, but it's fine. Whoa! See, that's little holes like that you can sneak through that you gotta do. The question is, the people that have hit like 500,000, how many hours have they played this? I think you just have to, like, I don't think you can just naturally be good at it. I think you really need to like log tons of hours, right? Like, you can't just show up. So it's like, I've only played this so much, right? Like, maybe only a couple hours tops. So I feel like playing it here and there through the day, of like little breaks in between meetings. I feel like after a couple of weeks I could be a lot better, but sometimes you just have bad luck, right? Like, sometimes it gives you a couple of really challenging articles obstacles back to back. Ah, the tree. Stupid tree. All right, let's see what Hugo said. It's hard to hear me. Sorry. I am whispering. These things triggers the dash, so safe. Oh, I get it. Hold down and release. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Hugo, you're right. Holding down is what does it. Huh. Okay, that'll help me a lot. Because then you can kind of just have it ready. Okay, that's great. That's a whole new dimension. That is so helpful. I'm going to practice that a lot. Can you hear it better now? Because I turned down the volume, but I don't know if I turned down the volume. Oh, that is so helpful, Hugo, to know that. So basically, when you click the mouse to smash through the wood, it only launches when you release it. So you can actually hold it down. Like right now, I'm pressing down the mouse button, but I haven't. When I release it, see, now it's going to distract me but that's good to know. That's really, really good to know. Just when the game is going, it's hard to hear you. Was it better on that last run, jump shoot? I don't know how to turn down the volume. Oh, here we go. I can actually. I turned. Here we go. That's probably better if I just turn it down. Yeah, I turn it off completely, so you won't be able to hear it. Smashing wood is loud. Okay, well, this is better. I don't think you can. I don't think you can hear it now, right? Right. Okay. A couple more runs. See, that's the thing. You always say, just hey, a couple more, but then this is great. Oh, I don't know how I got through that one. That didn't feel like it was in time. Missed a yellow. Oh God. See, and then there's a point where you're like forcing it, and you just suck. You suck. Yeah, I can only toggle the sound on or off. So I don't know if you want the music, but it's like I don't know unless there's somewhere on the screen to change the sound effects. Is it more degen to play the game or watch LG play the game? Probably the most degen thing is me streaming myself playing the game. Even though I play it a lot more when I'm not streaming. I literally played while I was in meetings earlier. Don't tell our partners that. But I had some meetings earlier and I was like, like I was playing. And they're like, LG, what do you think of this? And I was like, looks great. And they're like, you're not. No, they could tell I wasn't looking at it. So it was a little embarrassing. But listen, this is half the volume of NFTs is Bored Apes in all their collections. So this is like product exploration, man. If you're honestly, if you work in NFTs, like if your job is in NFTs and you haven't played this yet, like what are you doing? Like that's like being like, I work in mobile phones and I haven't tried the iPhone yet after it comes out. It's like if you do anything in NFTs, anything somewhat professional, and you haven't done this yet, you haven't tried this yet, like what are you doing, man? Like this is it. Like apes kind of lead the whole freaking brigade. So and I get it, it's not for everybody, but either way, I think it's like you got to at least experience it a little bit just to know what it's like, just to know what people are talking about. All right, let's go. Let's go. Daddy needs a nice score before he goes to lunch, you know? Got to go into the rest of the day on a high note. Got to feel good going into the rest of the day. Can't feel weird. Can't feel like I let myself or let you guys down. Jump shoot. You know, you're here too now. Can't let you down. Sorry, it's so annoying. I sing the music, but I can't help myself. Especially when you're kind of like in this middle point where you're just trying to get by, but it's not like the super, super, super hard part yet. You're just like cruising, waiting for more stuff, trying to get the power ups, trying not to mess up. Whew, man. Then it gets stressful. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Oh. I hit that TV at the last second, man. Ah! It's funny. It's like when you play video games with your friends or like your mom or something. Oh, I didn't hit that. And you like move your body as it goes. All my apes are gone. All your apes are belong to us. Some games, the sound effects help you out. It's true. What I was gonna say is like you guys ever play video games? Like when I had a Super Nintendo and I try and get like my mom to play and or whoever, and it's like they would like move their body with the controller when you're playing like Mario Kart. And I just thought that was the most adorable thing. People do that. It's like no, you don't. You just need to move your thumbs, but they'd be like and they move their whole body but even when you drive, like you don't move your body when you're turning the steering wheel. I thought it was so funny when people play that and they just move everything they have, like moving their body's going to do something, which I guess for Nintendo Wii, that's kind of what it was. Maybe they built Nintendo Wii based on the idea that people were moving their bodies playing video games and that they should give them that to do. Do you guys consider this like a metaverse thing? Like I'm finding it hard these days to classify what is metaverse, because to me we've been in the metaverse like ever since we've been using the internet. Oh, thank you. That tree saved me. But now it's like we're building the metaverse. Facebook's now called Meta, and it's like, what exactly is the metaverse going to be if not what we already have? Like more like Sims like games? Like what? Like that we already have all that stuff. You know, an identity in freaking The Sims. Like we've already had all that. So I don't understand what exactly metaverse is. Unless it's with a layer of crypto, but even then, I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff called metaverse that isn't crypto related, like Facebook. Like Facebook, that there's no crypto element there. I don't think to their product, terrifying product that they developed, Zuckerberg, where he's like hanging out in Paris or whatever the hell that is. Nope, saw that coming. It does feel Web 2. Lean into the turn like bobsled. Yeah, you got to put your whole body into it. All right, last one. Minimum 15K, but last one. If I was playing slow, if I was playing on a laggy processor, I don't know. I don't know if slowing down the game would help, because then you might just totally miss some stuff. Obviously, slowing it down in any way would be helpful, but I don't know. I don't know enough about that. I don't even want to think of that. I want to play maximum speed. I want to play it the right way. I want to play with it. I need to get a nice gamer mouse, and maybe I'll buy one and return it or something like that. But the thing is, sometimes those things come in those like really like jagged. I said, what did I say? Minimum 15K. Let's play again. I do think I would play better high. That's a good idea. Maybe that's something I'll do on the weekend. Actually no. I'm going to Portland on the weekend. But maybe I'll do that next week or something like that. You know, take a little devil's lettuce and try playing. Improve my senses. I'd say that's a good idea. High on what though, actually? Like, would you be better, taking weed, like smoking weed, taking edibles, or like taking mushrooms or something else like that? Like, what would what would be your drug of choice to play this better? What slows things down when you're looking at them? Like mushrooms? What like really slows things down? No, you're not a bad influence. It's a great idea. What if we win a bunch of money doing that? Maybe that's what everybody who's getting a high score, maybe that's what they did. Maybe they smoked a big fatty before playing. That's a great idea. All right, here we go. 31. You can do it. Can you play this with like a controller? Like, can you plug in your Xbox controller to your Mac and play? I feel like that would also be helpful. Maybe not. Anybody ever play Mech Warrior back in the day? That was a very strange but fun game. Enjoyed that. See, even that felt like Metaverse. I don't know why. Like anything where you played games with other people online, like even playing StarCraft is like, I'm like, this kind of Metaverse. You're playing in a Metaverse where you're different armies and stuff. Oh, I want to play some StarCraft. That's a good idea. I'll play some StarCraft later. If they had like a StarCraft style game that was crypto, I would absolutely play it like every night. I don't know what part of it would be crypto. Maybe you win certain items that you can use in games and then you can trade them. Like if you play enough games, win enough games, then you get like a new tank that is only exclusive and it's a token or something like that. I'm sure there's ways to do that. You just need good strategists. You just need really good gamification wizards who also understand the economy of NFTs and like what makes things fun and like what drives gamers. That's mainly what gaming Web3 really needs, is like people that know how to design games to be like super fun, but also know how to add the ownership element to it. Something that has only like kind of partially existed in games. I think every brand's going to need something like that very soon. As we saw, Porsche, no idea what the fuck they were doing. It's a lot like the early days of social media. I worked in the space, early days of social media, and brands would do exactly what Porsche did, but on the social media side, which was honestly, it was way worse because they didn't even know that they would get terrible like Facebook comments and stuff like that. It would make the news, and it was just awful. Like they just had no idea what they were doing. They'd reply something they're not supposed to reply. They'd tell somebody to fuck off and stuff like that, or post the wrong photo, like somebody posting their personal photos on Facebook and stuff in the early days of brand social media. So that's why the idiots, total idiots, like consulting for them who just pretend to be experts, which, let's be honest, how many Web3 marketing experts exist out there? Tons. I forget which book I read recently, but it was like anybody who says they're like a marketing expert, just ignore those people. Which I guess is kind of me, so ignore me. I wouldn't really call myself a marketing expert at this point. I don't really say I'm an expert in anything at this point. I'm just kind of an enjoyer. I just enjoy the stuff. And if you have a project that I can work on that I can also enjoy, then great. I shall be face plant. Oh, well, it's Porsche stopped their mint. I don't know. Yeah, the guy that Yuga hired, the former CEO of Activision. I wonder how that's going to shake out. Expert enjoyer is a good point. I should put that in my Twitter bio. Jump shoot, expert enjoyer. Oh, well done. Thank you, Hugo. You had you at the edge of your seat. That's pretty close. I think it's one of the closest I've gotten to my own top score. Was Porsche's goal to sell out immediately, though? I don't know. They stopped their mint. They're going to cut it off. So, but just I don't even really understand. Like my biggest question with brands in Web3 is who are they selling to, right? Like if you want to be a brand that comes into Web3 and recruits the Web3 native audience, that's great. Like there's a market for that and you can do it right. And there's a few brands that I've become a consumer of or a bigger fan of because of they're in Web3. Like I've never really owned Adidas stuff, but I like what Adidas did. I think they still have a bright future there. Some interesting partnerships, but I think like they clearly want to be good at this, and they're one of the first kind of brave brands to put their foot forward with it, right? So I think that that's good. But they clearly Adidas was never targeting the Adidas their own audience. They were targeting our audience, like the Web3 audience. So that's cool. So for brands coming in, like even when I meet some projects coming into the space from big brands, like my question is always like, who is this for? Like, do you want degens? Do you want people who won't blink to freaking spend 5 ETH on a freaking sewer pass or whatever else and want to watch the numbers run up or run down all night and want to talk about the drama? Like if you want a degen mint, like you can get it, and you just got to make something that's like a cool Web3 idea. And it honestly doesn't matter your brand. As long as the project is interesting, right? And if it's a known brand, then even better. You know, Puma has done some stuff. Nike obviously made a huge play. But if the audience is not the Web3 degen audience, then I think that's where it gets tricky, because most of the general public, you know, even if you try and sugarcoat NFTs as digital collectibles, it's a hard proposition. We're in a recession right now, right? It's not like 2 years ago where it's like everybody had all this extra money, stimulus money, COVID money. It's like, no, people are trying to save their money. And on top of that, like NFTs have a strange bad rap. So it's like, how do you navigate that? And I think there's still right ways to do it. You got to make something that's really good, that's really like an enhancement of the fandom or of just like the general kind of like excitement of the brand. But it has to be really accessible, so it can't be expensive. So for Porsche, it's like, who is this for? Is this for Porsche owners who are typically like rich ass people? If so, yes, selling it for an ETH, like, or 9.19 ETH, that's good. But if it's not for them, how are you going to convince degens to spend that much on something that doesn't really promise much, and it's just this random Porsche thing? The other thing, honestly, if it's going to be a degen mint or any mint, honestly, and the site and the allow list and all that kind of stuff is messy and it doesn't work, go home. You know what I mean? Like that is really tough at this point to do drops that don't work, or you got to come back the next day, any of that kind of stuff. It's like, you don't need that. There are plenty of good scaling solutions now, and plenty of really interesting companies that'll work with you to do that. And there's no reason for it to malfunction so much. Obviously, nothing's going to be perfect, so there'll still be issues. But something like the National Geographic mint last week, like to me was like just so like, what is even happening? You know, makes me really wonder who convinced them that that was a good idea, because all their mechanics were bad. Like trying to send money over there was bad. They barely sold anything. That was a really exciting mint, but like they just totally lost the crowd. And again, same question, like Nat Geo tweeted a couple times. So is this for Nat Geo people? Because if so, the experience of using it is terrible. And if it's not for Nat Geo people and it's for degens, then also the experience is terrible, because it's not like a good degen Web3 experience. So it's like, who are you making this for? And like, honestly, the buying process is the journey as well. Like the period around how you manage your allow list and who gets to sign up and all that kind of stuff, like that is part of the journey. That's part of the roadmap. That's part of when they have the maximum attention. Oh, how did I make it through? When they have the maximum attention of people that like the project. So it's like, you got to maximize that time and not abuse people's trust and patience. So I don't know. Messy road. And yeah. So I don't know. Porsche, it's like, who's supposed to buy that? Porsche owners? Who are Porsche owners? Like old dudes. Sorry if you own a Porsche, you're not old. You know what I mean? Go find a Porsche driving around. Like it's, I don't know if that's the kind of person who is going to be sold on an NFT of Porsche without being sold on NFTs first, right? So, all right, let's go. We're having a good time now. Getting a little further. Hugo, I know you're with me, man. Let's go. Cows. Why are there like toy cows down here? Very strange. Do you think some of these objects are hints to like what's coming later in the Yuga storyline? Surprised. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody speculate on that, but I feel like that's part of it. Phone booths, like a British phone booth. Like, is that not super obvious for something? Fuck. No, I knew it. I knew that was coming. I'm sure Zakarian does say that's 2 good runs in a row there, Hugo. So I'm gonna keep going until I have a bad one. I know. See, this is what I mean. It's like you're like last one 6 times, and then suddenly you've been playing for 30 minutes, and then suddenly you've been playing for an hour. But when you're hot, you're hot. You want to stay on it, and you really feel like this next one could be the one. So, but I do have to get to some other stuff. I gotta email a company you guys all know very well about maybe some NBA All-Star stuff. See if they're interested in doing something. I really want to make like a video and newsletter post about NBA All World. I've taken a bunch of screen videos and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and work on that a little later. So I got a few things to do content wise. Keep our content machine going. And then I got to edit next week's podcast, which is with Eric Whiteback, who's the collectibles guru on Twitter. You've probably seen him if you spend enough time there. He posts such good stuff, all about like video game collectibles. And that was such an entertaining conversation, honestly, where he tells me like why video games are going to be worth so much soon as the next collectible. And also talks about like ticket stubs, like a ticket stub to the, it's fucking stupid. I'm just talking like an idiot. Oh, see, every time you finish, there's never a point where you're like, that's it, I'm good. You know, there's literally no end point. Or maybe for some people there probably is, but for me, it's like no. Like I could literally just do this until 10 o'clock at night. It's not my bedtime. I could do this till 11:30 at night. What time do you guys go to bed these days? I kind of go to bed later in the winter, and because the sun gets up later, so I just naturally get up a little later. I don't have children, so I'm not dictated by the schedule of a couple of young insane people. So sorry people who do. Finished a book last night. I finished Old Man's War. Have you guys read that? Good sci-fi book. And some reading. I have another book queued up. I forgot the name. I use Kobo now. It's easier to read in bed, and even read with the lights off and stuff like that when you need to. When your partner is sleeping already and the lights are off, don't want to have your own light on. It might bother them. All right, we go. We can do it. Oh my God. Saved by the tree. All right, this is good. We've had some lucky calls on. Oh, stupid talking. Yeah, in All World. Jump Shoot, get in the Discord. We should have a channel for it in First Mint. If not, it's just like in the gaming channel. But yeah, it's fun. I'm at like level 8 or 9 so far, and I've had a great time playing it. I think it's really funny. You can get all this gear. I am currently playing as John Morant, but I'm wearing a Jason Tatum T-shirt, which is like the Jason Tatum Slam magazine cover, but on a T-shirt. And you can get that in the game. So I don't know, it's very strange. But yeah, I think I've collected like half the players you can collect. You can collect 75 players in NBA All World, and I think I've got almost half of them so far. You can't just get any of them though. Like you have to level up to be able to I guess capture some of them. It sounds like the wrong word to say about a human, but you play them at like 3-point competitions, and then if you beat them, they join your team, but only if you're at a certain level. So if you encounter LeBron early in the game and you beat him, it doesn't matter. You don't get him because you have to be at like level 20 to get him. He's kind of the final boss. So so if you download it, I hope you enjoy playing guys like Alec Burks, Kelly Oubre Jr. is a common one, Dante DiVincenzo, Kevin Herter, Kevin Love, like a bunch of randos like that are in the game. Is Kevin Love still in the league? Is he on the Cavs still? Not really sure. Okay, Love. Oh yeah, jump shoot. You are up. You are an early riser. You're an early riser, and you crank on the weights. I always love seeing that. Yes. Okay. K-Love. Still in the league. Who was it last night? Trevor Ariza. We were wondering if still in the league, but he's not. And Kemba Walker as well, also no longer in the NBA, which is too bad. Kemba was like so recently like a big acquisition by the Celtics. Like I feel like that was right before the pandemic. And then even he was on the Celtics in the bubble. And then it was like, I think they sent him to the Knicks, or he signed with the Knicks very briefly, and then we haven't seen him since, which is too bad. Like that was recently that he was still like a good and all-star player, and considered a valuable piece when the Celtics traded for him from the Hornets. But such is life, I guess. It's hard to sustain success in the NBA, especially as a pro athlete, like into your 30s. I can imagine, which makes guys like LeBron all the more incredible. All right, come on, we can do better than 40K this time around. No more fuckery. Oh, I knew it. Oh yeah, Kemba was playing for the Mavs just 2 weeks ago. I missed that. Okay, real last one. This is the actual last one. I said last one like 6 times. Okay. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Hilarious. All right, focus. Everybody be quiet. My throat is getting tired from just talking for so long by myself. So I'm gonna whisper a little bit more. Come on. Can't believe it's already 2 o'clock. I need some food, and then I gotta do some work. Very behind on work. A lot of things I gotta get done. Oh, fucking stupid phone booth. All right. It's done. It's over. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll play some more later, but I have to do other things. There always has to be a point where you quit. You have to quit on your own control. You can't just sit around and wait to quit, because I've been saying I'm going to quit for 30 minutes now, and only now am I doing it. But we got close a couple times. We got close to high score. Getting closer. Thank you guys. Bye.